Then President Yoweri Museveni signed an anti-gay bill earlier this week that strengthens already strict laws against homosexuals. The law imposes a life sentence for certain violations and renders not reporting any transgressors a crime. Government spokesman Ofuono Opondo played down the cuts and international criticism, saying Uganda can do without Western aid.
Aid is not charity. Aid is trade. They loan money at interest, and therefore they should not behave as if they are doing a favor to Uganda or to Africa when they trade in their money. Since it is a loan, Uganda was going to repay. Uganda can still seek for this loan from other sources, perhaps even on better terms.
The loan postponement follows the announcement by Norway and Denmark that they would hold back aid to Uganda because of the law. And other donors have also threatened to follow suit, with the US saying that it would review its ties with the country. President Museveni has warned Western nations not to meddle in the affairs of East African countries and said that he was not afraid of aid being cut.
And now joining us on the line from Uganda's capital, Kampala, is a freelance journalist, Barbara Among. Barbara, thank you so much for joining us. Now, 3 European countries have already taken measures to cut millions of dollars of aid to Uganda. And now, as we have heard in that report, the World Bank. Just how are people in the streets of Kampala and indeed the rest of the country, including civil society, how are they reacting to this cut in aid?
The civil society is bitter about it because most of the civil society funding comes from the donor community. Almost 90% of the money that they use for the activities come from the donor community. So they are not happy with the government. They are not happy with what's happening. But on the streets of Uganda, most people do support the bill. President Museveni is very popular for signing this bill. But at the same time, the donor community do give direct project support to non-government organizations in Uganda. Now, this means if they go ahead and cut aid, it's the ordinary people who will feel the impact of this aid. So they're beginning to now start questioning, what's happening. As much as they support President Museveni, they support the bill, they're beginning to question what's happening right now because the donors give direct support to the non-governmental organizations, which will directly affect Ugandans.
Mm-hmm. But, Barbara, with all this aid cut, is the government of President Yoweri Museveni shaken?
Pardon, I'm losing you.
I was asking whether the government of President Yoweri Museveni, is it shaken by this massive cut in aid?
No, the government, the signing of this bill is a political move ahead of the 2016 elections. And that's what the government of President Museveni is looking at. He's very popular right now for having signed the anti-homosexuality bill. And everyone is supporting him. Even the opposition are not against him right now. So he feels very safe at home. He feels very safe ahead of the 2016 election. But, however, why they're not very shaken is that the donor community last year cut aid to the government following several corruption scandals in the country. So right now, most of the donor support is going to projects. It's not going to the government coffers. Mm-hmm. So they feel that it's not going to have a huge impact on the government spending. But if you talk to economists in the country, definitely this is going to affect the activities of the government. It's going to affect the functioning of the government.
Yes. And Barbara, you have repeatedly said that this new bill is very popular amongst many people in Uganda. Why is this so?
It's popular in Uganda, one, I think, because of the cultural aspects of it. Culturally in Uganda, people do not accept gay activities. And also, Uganda is a very religious country as well. Most people will arguing actually, they're giving emotional arguments, they're giving religious arguments, they're backing their arguments using, quotes from the Bible. So being a very religious country and then still also a country that holds its culture so dear, So most people are actually, supporting President Museveni because of that.
And very quickly, is there a real risk of violence against homosexual people in Uganda?
No. Actually, these people have known bars and pubs that they go to. They're able to hold press conferences. And there's no history of them being attacked. There's no history of them being killed yet. We don't have that. As much as Ugandans resent the Gay Act, they've not gone ahead to attack them. They've not gone ahead to actually abuse them. We're yet to see that.
All right, we have to end it there.
When you see, though a few ordinary people, when especially the commercial vehicles, a few of them, can actually maybe shout at them or talk back at them, but not really. We've not seen that massive violence against the gay people.
Okay, thanks a lot. That was a freelance journalist there, Barbara Among, speaking to us live from Kampala.